Ask yourself one simple question. What do you do every day? Just think about it for a second and write your answers down. Here are some of my answers. I wake up early every morning. I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. I typically work out in the afternoon. I work like crazy. I always go to bed after midnight. Look at the verbs I've used in each sentence. They follow a pattern. In fact, none of them are changed. They all use the base form. Well, that's exactly what we are here for. And this is the main thing you need to know about the simple present tense. The simple present tense, I would say it's probably the easiest and the most important tense in English. And it is usually the first step of everyone's English language learning journey. It won't be wrong to say the simple present tense is the crown jewel of the English grammar. So without further ado, here's everything you need to know about the simple present tense to ensure your English is off to a great start. Well, linguists have different ways of pointing out the exact number of possible situations when we use the simple present tense. I've always maintained a list of 5. My students love it. Here we go. Number 1, repeated action. Number 2, feelings. Number 3, states. Number 4, imperative. And number 5, permanent situations. Let me explain you all of these one after another. Repeated action. Repeated action means the action which happens over and over again. Maybe it's your daily routine or habit. Say, for example, I wake up at the crack of dawn. I make ablution. I offer dawn prayer in congregation. I recite the Holy Quran. I take shower. I have breakfast. I leave for my office. I turn on the computer. The light goes out. All of these situations suggest they happen over and over again. Maybe it talks about your habit. He smokes. My dog barks at strangers. Now let me tell you about feelings. Feelings means your emotions, your desires, likes and dislikes. I love my parents. Sarah loves me. He likes her. Now let me give you the compound example of repeated action and feelings together. I offer 5 times prayers because I want to please Allah the Almighty. I serve my parents because I want to see them happy. I help the poor people because I want to serve humanity. Now let me tell you something about state. State means condition. There are different possible conditions you may talk about while talking about the state, like possession, illness, relationship, characteristics, occupation, or existence. Let me give you examples. I have a car. Have is a state verb here, describing the condition of the subject. And what that condition is the possession. Object complement car says the sentence has have as a state verb talking about possession. I have 2 siblings. It means have as a state verb talking about the condition of the subject, and what that condition is. Siblings means relationship. It's pretty understood. I have good personality, characteristic. I have fever, illness. I am at home, existence. I am a teacher, occupation. Now let me tell you about imperative. Imperative means order, advice, suggestion, instruction. Imperative sentences begin with the verbs. They are subjectless. Why is it so? Let me explain it to you. First person is always I and we know that. And the first person cannot give order to the first person. And third person, not the part of the conversation between the first person and the second person, they're not here. So they cannot take the order. So first person is eliminated. The third person is eliminated. Now imperative has direct link with the second person. I mean the hearer. The hearer is just right now in front of me. Say, for example, I give you the order, stop the bus. So it means I'm placing an order to the second person, to the hearer. So I don't have to mention you over here. And that's the reason imperative sentences begin with the verb. Let me give you the example of repeated action, feelings, states, and imperative all together. Make me understand. I want to understand. I have plenty of books and I study them every day. Now let me tell you about permanent situation. Permanent situations talk about universal truth, scientific truth, or general truth. Say for example, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Universal truth. Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. Scientific truth. The country consists of 4 provinces. General truth. I hope you have understood the present simple tense.